Hi guys, it's Armani. How's everyone doing? Good, 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 I hope. We have a new fragrance from Armani and it is called My Way. Now that I've just started talking, I'm just thinking, have I ever reviewed an Armani fragrance before? I must have. Maybe I didn't, I don't know, must check that out. Anyway, this one came out a month or so ago, so I hunted down a sample. I've given it 2 full wearings and then a couple of little sprays here and there on different days just to kind of try and dissect it a little bit. So I'm here to tell you about it. So here we are. So this perfume was made by 2 people, not 1, 2 people. One of them is called Carlos Bernheim and the other is Bruno Jovanovic. Carlos Bernheim in particular is a very prolific perfumer. He's made some very famous perfumes. He's made a lot for Calvin Klein. He made Red Door for Elizabeth Arden. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So what you have here is a white floral essentially. So I'll tell you the notes and then I will get on to a little bit more about how it smells. Also, side note, I really like the bottle of this one. The lid kind of reminds me of their Armani, the Privé line. Oh gosh, side note, Myrrh Imperial in the Privé line is so nice, by the way. Must get that at some point. So the notes are, the top notes are bergamot and orange blossom. The heart notes are jasmine and tuberose, and the base notes are cedarwood, vanilla and musk. Looking at this note pyramid, the only thing that really excited me was tuberose and orange blossom because, I mean, who doesn't love a bit of orange blossom? It's a very beautiful flower. The base notes are pretty much the most typical base notes you can get. The most common, the most obvious, cedar, vanilla, musk. I mean, 2 people made this, okay? 2 people made this fragrance. Now, I can't say anything bad about that because we don't know as consumers what the brief was from Armani. We don't know how restricted creatively the 2 perfumers were, but it seems like to me that Armani wanted a white floral to appeal to the masses and that is going to sell. I also really love to read the, shall we call it, spiel that designer brands give you when you buy a fragrance, because more often than not they're very whimsical, they're very fanciful, they're kind of dreamy and totally not related to the way the perfume smells. It's just another thing that they do to try and make you buy it. So let's see what Armani says about My Way. It says, a fragrance for a new generation. My Way encapsulates curiosity and connections, embodied by a woman looking for experiences that challenge her preconceptions and take her into new, uncharted territory. She seeks out meaningful, authentic ways of connecting with others. Through truly learning from others, she reinvents and finds herself, embodied by authentic and unfiltered beauty. Actor Adria Arjona, she is curious and open, learning from others while discovering blah blah blah. So that's about the person that is the face of the perfume. But anyway, you can just ignore all of that and I'm going to tell you exactly how it smells. So let's get this on the skin. I just think that 2 people made this and they were probably very restricted because, have I smelled this before? Yes. So how does it smell? The opening for me is the best part. So essentially what you have here is a white floral that has been tamed down and made wearable, approachable, sellable, easy to like, and not really edgy at all. So the first part of it to me is kind of juicy. It feels to me like orange blossom is actually at the forefront and the tuberose is behind, which was, I guess, a surprise because usually when tuberose is in a perfume, it's the diva. It's the one that is gonna take the starring role and you're gonna notice it straight away. So at first, it's a kind of bright, juicy orange blossom. And if you don't know what orange blossom smells like, then I'll tell you. It's a really lovely floral that is semi-fresh. It has green facets as well, and it's a little bit honeyed. It's like a honeyed green floral, nice and spring-like, nice and summery, and you can feel it here, so it makes it pleasant. It's like, okay, orange blossom, there you are, I like you. But what I can smell here, which is, I guess, the one surprise from this fragrance, is something that they don't mention. I can detect somewhere mingling in the background a distinct tropical fruity nuance. And if I had to pin it on something, I would say it's somewhere in the realm of mango, guava, passion fruit. Not any one of those in particular, but like some kind of hybrid smushed together accord that makes it feel like There's something going on in there. I would probably say it leans more towards like a mango passion fruit, but if you've smelled that tropical fruity thing, a little bit, tiny bit spiky smelling, it's definitely in there. So it's like orange blossom went to the tropics. So that's there in the background, and I really like that. So the opening is fruity, juicy orange blossom with some tropical, kind of nondescript, fruity accord. It does pack some punch, I will give it that as well. The first time I wore it, I wore 6 sprays, wrists and neck, and I went out immediately after, and I was very aware of it, you know. Oh, you're there. I'm aware that I smell of this fragrance. So it's not weak by any means, that's a plus point. But in terms of creativity and excitement, not so much. The drying stages is where the fruity part goes away and tuberose starts to make its appearance a lot more obviously. The orange blossom, I can smell it kind of all the time during wet and drying stages, but the tuberose then starts to say, hey, I'm here, and it does its usual thing of becoming the star of the show. The jasmine is neither at the forefront or behind. I guess that would make it in the middle. Jasmine's in the middle. And the tuberose then starts to make it feel like a lot of other designer white florals that I've smelled. We're getting into really familiar territory here with this one. There's a multitude of things I can think of, none off the top of my head right now, but when I smell it, oh yeah, I've tried this before. Tuberose here is smooth, the tuberose is kind of creamy a little bit. The vanilla here is acting in a subtle way. It's not a gourmand fragrance by any means. It's not where vanilla makes it cupcakey or very, very sweet. The florals are allowed to shine, and the base cedarwood vanilla musk, like I said, it's pretty much run of the mill. So after the main stage of it, where the tuberose comes out and you're wearing a tuberose perfume with just little other accents of white florals, the dry down is where I kind of lose interest, because then it just becomes blah, and there's nothing special about it. But when you look at cedar vanilla musk, I mean, you couldn't put any more common base notes in if you tried. I mean, add patchouli in and you've pretty much hit a home run. So if you like white florals like me, because I do, that's why I got this sample, I love tuberose, and you like them to be friendly, wearable, approachable, I've said those words a few times, but you get my gist, then this one might be for you. I think it's very casual, it's kind of daytime, the whole my way and adventure and all of that stuff. I mean, it sounds good on paper and it's a really nice sentiment, but you're a walking lie and I can see right through you. Longevity is great, I will give it that. I got at least 8 hours out of it. The floral part, the juicy, the orange blossom, the kind of fruity bit, that lasts about 2 hours, and then you're into the tuberose thing for another couple, 2 or 3, and then it just goes to that nondescript musky cedarwoody vanillic base. But I will say the vanilla is never overly vanilla. The base is very balanced, but it's, for want of a better word, boring. Sorry guys. Anyway, that is my review of the new fragrance to come from Giorgio Armani. It is called My Way. It will not be coming my way. It will not be added to my collection. Anyway guys, I'm Ouch Mono, trying to make the world smell better, one video at a time. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.